Hey, welcome to Craft Central Designs. I'm so pleased you stopped by my channel today. I have for you another Dollar Tree wood cutout Easter egg transformation. These plain wood freestanding woodblock eggs are so crazy fun to decorate. I applied a few different techniques and materials to this one, and I hope you love it. And I hope you run right out to Dollar Tree to get eggs to decorate for yourself and pick up a bunny, a chick, and a carrot while you're at it. Welcome back to my subscribers and to all visiting my channel today. Leave me your comments. I love receiving them, and give this tutorial a thumbs up if you enjoy the content. Okay, let me show you my latest Easter egg transformation. I have here the wood block egg that I referred to. I absolutely love these. They stand on their own. They're a nice thickness, flat on the bottom, so they obviously stand up very well, and so much fun to decorate. I also have there a round, wood round that I believe I picked up at Hobby Lobby at some point in time, but you can find this very easily at the Dollar Tree if you decide to do the napkin like I did. I have there an adorable Easter napkin, which was not large enough, and the pattern was not suitable for the whole egg, so I decided to place my napkin design on a wood round and then place it on my egg. And that worked out great. Look at this adorable bunny napkin. I picked this up at Home Goods. You could find any napkins like this, seasonal napkins for decorating your pieces very easily at Home Goods. Also, of course, TJMaxx or Marshall's. Anywhere that sells Easter napkins and plates, anywhere like that. Wal Mart, just watch out for Easter napkins if you want to do this. Anywhere that you go, you should be able to find something like that. That scrapbook paper there is going to cover the front side of my egg. Then I'm going to be placing my napkin wood round design on top of that scrapbook paper. I have here also a beautiful napkin that I picked up at Home Goods in pastel polka dots. Here's another cute option. These are dogs with bunny ears. I mean, so cute, right? This is just so adorable. Now, this one you may be able to stretch it out enough, the design, to cover the egg. But for me, for that particular napkin I had to work around the head of the bunny and fit it properly on something. So that's why I chose the wood round. I have here an assortment of ribbons. I'm going to be putting a ribbon around the perimeter of my egg. And for that, I needed a 5/8 inch ribbon. I'll show you what I do with that in a bit. I have there some Snow White Waverly chalk paint and a paintbrush. I'm going to paint the sides of my egg and the back, because I'm going to be applying that polka dot napkin on the back, and I don't want that dark wood look to be underneath the napkin. I wanted at least one good coat of white paint so that when I place my napkin down, it looks the way I want it to and not dark, if that makes sense. So you can just have so much fun with this piece, using different patterns, different colors, mixing it up. You can make your front of your egg look one way, the back of your egg look another. See what I mean? These eggs are so crazy fun. So I have an assortment of ribbons there. I'm going to be using a couple of bows. I'm going to show you how I create a different kind of a bow today. I have there some Mod Podge in a squirt bottle, the way I prefer to store mine. And I have a sponge applicator to put the Mod Podge on, a zip sander to clean up my edges of my napkin, a pair of scissors. I do use a hot glue gun, and also add to that Aleene's Techie Glue. All right, so I am going to begin by doing my painting so that can be drying while I'm preparing the other elements of my piece. So I'm just going to cover the front and the sides of the egg, the sides and the front of my wood round. I have my Mod Podge there ready to go, and my sponge applicator. Now I'm going to cover the painted side of my wood round with a nice generous layer, nice and even, of Mod Podge. And I'm going to put that off to the side to dry, because I'm not going to put my napkin on that damp Mod Podge. I am going to wait until it dries, and I'll show you what I do with that in just a bit. I'm just making sure I have a nice even coat there. When you're working with such a thin material, such as the napkin, you don't want too much Mod Podge, but you don't want too little as well. So I'm going to be tracing around that pink striped scrapbook paper, which, by the way, I love that for Easter. And it just barely fits. That piece that I have there, I'm going to be covering the front of my egg with that scrapbook paper. Now, I chose to use a scrapbook paper as opposed to another napkin because I would have run into pretty much the same problem with getting that napkin to completely cover the egg using a smaller napkin. So I elected to use a piece of scrapbook paper, and that's just fine. You can change it up and use both. Now I'm just going to put Mod Podge. Now I really didn't have to have that side painted. In reality, I wasn't thinking, I guess, but thinking but not thinking, I guess, right? So I just put a layer of Mod Podge on there, nice and even, to cover that egg. And I'm going to place that scrapbook paper on there. And it just is such a pretty color to use for an Easter decor piece. I have a little piece of saran wrap there. I like to use a piece of balled up saran wrap to smooth out my scrapbook papers whenever I apply them to any object. I'm going to place that nice and even on that wooden egg, smooth it out. And this scrapbook paper is kind of a medium weight. It's not very thin. It's not super thick either. The thicker scrapbook papers, they're really nice to Mod Podge onto anything. But this one was rather nice as well. There's different, I don't know if you call it different weights of scrapbook paper, but in plain words, some are thin, some are medium thin, and some are like really nice and thick. I have a new type of little bow that I'm going to show you that I make here today. I've never shown you this one before. I'm going to be applying that bow to the top of my egg. So I'm giving the top of my egg a little embellishment. I haven't done this on any of my other eggs before. Let me show you how I make this bow. It's really super easy. I'm going to decide how big I want my bow. And I'm going to simply fold over a loop. And I'm going to place my thumb where the center point is. And then on the other side, I'm going to fold over the same amount of ribbon. And I'm just going to simply glue that down. So I'm creating a center point. This bow is going to be, it's kind of like a straight line bow. It's not going to be anything like my typical bows that I make. Let me show you how I do this. I'm going to put just a dot of hot glue to hold the first loop right in the center. Now this is super easy. Okay, now I have that loop on the left side. Now I'm going to fold it over and I'm going to glue it. I'm going to make sure my little loops are even. Right in the center, I'm going to place another little dab of glue. And that's going to hold those two loops in place. You see that? So easy, right? It looks like a figure 8 when you hold it up to the side or hold it up sideways. Okay, now you just lay that down. Now I'm going to do another one just like that, but I'm going to do this one a little bit smaller loops. It's going to rest right on top of that. So you can, measure it up, hold it up to your first piece, fold it over. Make sure your loops are just a little bit smaller. You can go ahead and snip that off. And you're going to, again, put a tiny dab of glue right in the center. Fold over that first loop that you formed. Press it down, fold over the other one. Another little dab of glue. And you're going to press that right down in the center. Very, very easy to do. Sorry, I'm a little out of frame there. Okay, now that's the second one, the second tier of that little line bow. Let's just call it a line bow because it's the straight line. And then I'm going to do one more, but with a little bit smaller loops. And this makes a really cute little bow, and it sits perfectly aligned on the top of that egg. This is that 5/8 inch ribbon. Fold over a small loop. Make sure it's a little bit smaller than the previous one you just did. Fold over another loop, and you're going to glue that one down. See how easy this is? I'm showing you there, shaped like an 8. Make sure your loops are somewhat even. Another dab of glue there. And that's the third layer of your bow. So now you're just going to stack those together. And then for the center, we're just going to wrap it. And I'm going to show you that here in a second. But you see how easy that was? Just folding over the loops, a dab of glue in the center to glue down the loops, each one of them from each side. Now I'm just going to glue them all together. So easy. That's layer number 2. And now I'm going to put the smallest of the bow right on top. The smallest of all 3 bows. And now I have this bow, and it's in a straight line. You see how it's going to fit just perfectly on top of that egg. Now I'm going to take just a little piece of that ribbon and wrap it around the center and glue it on the back, and it's that easy. Little dab of glue to hold the first portion of the ribbon. Watch your fingers doing this. I don't have my finger protector on. Wrap it around, and it makes the cutest bow. Now this ribbon that you're looking at there, that's a Hobby Lobby Easter ribbon. And I love it because it has all the colors of Easter, all those pretty colors that are in that napkin that's going to go on the back of that egg, the polka dot napkin. It picks up all the colors in the other napkin that I used with the rabbit. Look how pretty and how simple was that. And wait till you see how cute this looks. It's one of the last things I do with the egg. But look, it's perfectly sitting in alignment with the line of the egg. And I just love that look. Okay, now I already applied my napkin. That was my dog. I already applied my napkin, but I'm going to show you how I did it. I think I lost the footage on that. But I'm going to show you here how I just took my zip sander, and I only apply my zip sander on the downward motion. You don't want to like saw back and forth, if that makes sense. Just apply it in the downward motion. And I cleaned up the edges. Look how cute my bunny is on that wood round. I am going to show you how I did that, though, with the heat press in just a bit, because I do show you how I did the egg, which is exactly the same way that I did the bunny head napkin. Okay, so I am going to show you that. Now I'm going to use Aleene's Tacky Glue. Oh, look how pretty. That ribbon is the most yummy shade of pink, and it really picks up the flowers on my bunny head napkin. I went ahead and just glued that ribbon all around. All right, so now I am going to do what I promised that I was going to do. I'm going to show you how to apply your napkin to that egg where you applied that nice layer of Mod Podge that was set off to the side to dry. Remember, you're not putting this on wet Mod Podge. You're letting it completely dry. Now, I separated the top ply of my napkin. You just want the very top ply. I press my napkin down to my egg. I don't bother even trimming it up because I'm just going to use my zip sander for that. Whoops. Okay, so I smooth that out. I'm going to put a piece of parchment paper down, and I have a Cricut mini heat press. No problem if you don't have one of these. You can use an iron, but no steam. No steam on the iron. And a medium to low setting. And you're just going to go around the piece, moving around. I usually go all the way out to my edges and kind of circle my little iron all over my piece. And what this does is it reactivates your Mod Podge, and it adheres your napkin on there like so beautiful. This is one of my absolute favorite techniques to apply something to a wood surface or something of that nature. In plain words, just to get like the most awesome application of a napkin onto another material. Look how beautiful that is. Now, the back of my egg is covered with pastel polka dots. So pretty for Easter. And again, here we go with the zip sander. You can use a sanding block. You could use an emery board. And just go around the edges, and all that can be taken off with the zip sander. And there you have it. Look how pretty that egg is now. The transformation, what you can do with these eggs, I cannot say enough about it. I love Dollar Tree for providing these eggs to decorate. Now I'm going to put my 5/8 inch ribbon around the edges. Now, you do you. I love to mix patterns. And I think you all have heard me say this, that watch my channel about 100 times. But I just love it. I love the look of it. All of my patterns have compatible colors. And now I am going to glue that ribbon, that Easter ribbon from Hobby Lobby, 40% off for that ribbon. It's there currently. I was just at Hobby Lobby yesterday Dollar Tree still has a lot of wood cutouts. I hope you all can find these. I know some of you are having a problem finding these wood cutouts, but I'm going to urge you again, as I did on my last video, don't give up if you don't find them at one Dollar Tree. Not all of my Dollar Trees had these, and I have about 6-7 Dollar Trees to choose from along my travels. So if I don't find something at one, I try another, and I keep trying until I find what I'm looking for. Sometimes I'm not really sure what determines, why one Dollar Tree has something and then another one doesn't. I don't really know. But I just know that if you keep trying, you could very well get lucky. And if you find these, grab a few. Because I guarantee if you do one, you're going to want to do more. Super fun, these eggs are. Okay, so see how my polka dots have the same exact colors as that ribbon that I have on the side? Now, you do you. You don't have to mix your patterns like I do. I'm here for inspiration and to give you ideas. Okay, so now I have my adorable bunny, which is going to be hot glued onto the front of my egg. I can't take it. This bunny is so cute. I think I said that like 10 times, but I just love it. And this is, kind of a crazy egg. I do things a little bit different. My crafting perspectives are sometimes unique, to say the least. But like I said, you may not like to mix your patterns, or maybe you want everything more cohesive in colors or patterns. You do you. I'm just here to teach you the basic skills and hope that you have just the most awesome time like I do doing these projects. This is my joy, creating pieces just like this. Okay, now I have a little pink ribbon, that same pink ribbon with the little white polka dots, if I could speak, that went around the perimeter of my wood round that holds my bunny. I ended up not using that one. I ended up creating another ribbon or another bow with the same ribbon, a little bit smaller. And there's that ribbon that I made. Look how pretty that is on top of there. And I popped a little flower in the center. I'm going to show you that here in a second. Okay, so I'm going to glue my ribbon or my bow right on top of my egg. Look how pretty that looks. Now, if you choose a ribbon for your egg and you want to put your ribbon on the bow on top, look how pretty that looks. And it's a different kind of a bow and adds a different look, something different than the kind of normal bows that I make. And I just love it. Just gives such a really cute topper to that egg. And again, that bow I didn't use. I'll show you what I did do that turned out super cute. All right, so as I mentioned, I just tossed that bow off to the side there. And I just created a little figure 8 bow, a little tiny one. I just fold my ribbon over, hold it in the center, fold it over again, press it to the center, hold it with my thumb, take a little piece of craft wire, and I'm going to wrap it around the center of that bow really, really tight because I don't want any bulky wire there. And then I had picked up these little sticker flowers in the stamp department at Hobby Lobby, and I have been using the heck out of them. They are so cute. I purchased them 40% off. I purchase most everything 40% off. I know exactly what Hobby Lobby has on sale when. So I follow that 40% off sales all the time. But you could find something to suffice to put in the middle of your little bow at the Dollar Tree. Look in the Crafter Square section. Also look in the Crafter Square section for your little narrow ribbons, as well as the Easter section. But they do have narrow ribbons. Just the average, everyday narrow ribbons and polka dots and gingham checks in the Crafter Square section. Now I take my little needle nose pliers, which you often see me do that if you watch my channel, and I just squish that wire down because I want it to be nice and flat. And I made a cute little polka dot bow, and I am going to pop one of my little white flowers in the center. And what's so cute about those little sticker flowers is they have a little sparkly gem right in the center of the flower. And something just told me that would be so cute at the top of my bunny. See, these are those flowers. They're actually sticky, and I've been using those for so many things. Look in the sticker department at Hobby Lobby. They have a lot of fun things like that. Look how cute. Oh my gosh, I'm glad I changed my mind about the bow. And I'm just going to hot glue that right at the top of that wood round. And I have to say, I love this egg. And I'm going to put a little dab of glue there. And I am calling this egg completed. You see, this egg is beautiful because it's so finished. And by that I mean the sides are finished. Every aspect of the egg is covered. You could use this on either side. Look at that polka dot, and that ribbon looks beautiful with those polka dots. As you can see there, you could turn your egg around just for variety from day to day. You do you. Like I said, just here for inspiration, and I hope you love this one as much as I do. And I hope you love that bunny with the glasses on. Oh my gosh, so cute. If you're not a current subscriber, I hope you will consider becoming one. Leave me your comments. I love receiving them. And give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy the content. Showing you that beautiful egg there from different angles. And you can see what I mean here about how that egg is completely and totally finished and covered. Who wouldn't have known that was a plain wood egg sitting on the shelf at Dollar Tree? I love it. And I hope you love it too. And until next time, you all take care.